All right, so thank you for allowing me to come to your classroom and observe you. I do want to say that I did enjoy myself while I was there, and the observations that I made were just centered around some of your classroom instructional strategies, things that I observed with the students, how they were communicating with each other, some of the things that I saw, what I heard, and just the conversations. So I'll go ahead and just kind of start with what I saw.
Okay.
I did see students sitting in groups. I saw that as you were given the assignment, you were definitely walking around the room, panning the room, seeing who was doing what. So those are some of the things that I saw with your actions. What I saw with students, they were working on the quick write that you gave them. Some of them weren't working on it, depending on if they had supplies, depending on if they knew what to actually do during the assignment. So those are some of the things that I did observe. What did I hear? I heard student accountability. I did hear some of them, trying to get other students if they wasn't working, hey, let's get on task. Some of them who were off task, they did stay off task. Maybe they didn't know, or just maybe, they weren't having any luck trying to get the assignment done. So
Right.
that was something that I did observe. What did I hear? I heard students being inquisitive. They were curious about the content of the story that you were getting ready to dive into for that day. So I did notice a great level of inquiry going on amongst the students. And so that was something that I did hear as I was going, around the classroom and just observing the environment. So what I do want to do is just share some of the glows, and then I'll also give you some of the grows, some things that you can go back and just reflect on, especially with lesson planning and just classroom management. Again, this is nothing to, it's constructive criticism. So, just things to reflect on. So I'll start with the good first. The glows. I think you did a good job with using the timer. I like that you use the timer with your students. To me, timers are good for yourself and students. It holds them accountable. It keeps them structured, and it also allows them to know once this timer goes off, what's going to be the next step. So I do think that timing students and putting it up so they can see it is a great classroom strategy. So that was a glow that I observed. Something else that I observed was students seemed very inquisitive and intrigued about the upcoming lesson. I think it's good to build inquiry with students, especially since we're a STEM school, and you were definitely building that, scaffolding for them to build on their knowledge at the beginning of class, so that way they can progress to the next level throughout the lesson. The last thing that I thought was a glow was I like the way that you built understanding around the vocabulary. I think a lot of times students just get vocabulary words and they don't know, let's see. Let me back up. Sometimes teachers don't build on their background knowledge. And I think sometimes when you tap into their prior knowledge, it helps them to understand pertinent vocabulary that you're going into for the lesson of the day. So those are the things that I saw that I think you did a great job with. Some grows, just make sure when students are off task, address it. I noticed that you had students in groups. If I were you, I would say assign a group leader. And that way that group leader can be the, I guess you could say, the executive person in charge to keep everybody on track. And I think if you allow them to do that, then you can see some great, accountability within the students and the groups. Something else that I noticed, after the quick write, try giving 2 or 3 students an opportunity to discuss what they wrote. I think students thrive off hearing their peers talk. They thrive off of getting opportunities to share their information among the class. And when they have those opportunities, it builds speaking, it builds listening, and it just kind of builds accountability within the classroom.
Okay.
So those are the things that I just think, were the grows. But other than that, I enjoyed myself. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.